One, we're optimizing for either reach or retention. So one, are we optimizing our video because nobody knows about us and we want them to find our video? Then we want to optimize it for reach. If we want to optimize it because we want that person to take more action or continue to watch more videos or subscribe to our channel on YouTube, then we're optimizing for retention. And you'll want to treat those quite a bit differently, and we can talk about that in a second. Second of all, you've got YouTube search versus Google search, and they're much different, not only in terms of who's going to those destinations and how they search, but how those algorithms work as well. YouTube is entirely based, I shouldn't say entirely weighted on time watched at this point with these search results. Google is not. Now granted, they probably have some of that data, and that may eventually get incorporated into Google, but people also search much differently on Google. So I guess depending on the type of creator you are and depending upon the type of video that you have and what your goal is and how you're trying to optimize it, really think through that. Really think through, okay, is this something that somebody's going to search for in Google? Do I want them to find it? And if so, you know, what are some ideas of things they may search for? You know, usually before, for example, we upload a video on a Real SEO's channel, let's say it were about lavalier microphones. I would go do some searches on Google to see what shows videos for lavalier microphones. Which one has a ton of videos? Maybe I want to go a different route because it's harder to beat the competition. So I would just say this is my exercise that I do every time, and I know this isn't a very solid piece of advice, but really just to get you thinking more about what is my goal with optimization. Once you've gotten a solid idea of that, then I would say forget about it. I hate to sound
forget
silly
about
but
it.
You
don't like going back and rehashing it over and over and over again?
Well, you know, I've done this. Titles I have a bit of a problem with.
I get Mark popping up on GChat saying like, which title is better, this one, or this one? I'm like, I like number 2. He's like, done.
That's usually more for engagement because I want to make sure that, you know, people click on my titles. But you know, don't try and overanalyze your description for every place that you could bury another keyword in. You know, the goal is to really focus most of your time on producing great content and then doing the other things for that.
I've kind of switched my strategy a little bit actually since becoming YouTube certified, and Mark went through that with me, so maybe I'd like to hear his. But I've kind of switched my strategy from focusing less on all the keyword description text, all the metadata stuff. I think that's valuable, but my impression coming out of that was that that's important for the initial like
reach.
Yeah, like for subscribers and like that. Like when YouTube knows nothing else about this video, that's valuable. But then after they start getting all these other data points, as people are interacting with your video and sharing it and like and all that other stuff, then they tend to weight more heavily towards watch time. And so I've been trying to optimize a little bit more for enticing click-throughs. Rather than like people who aren't subscribers finding it in search, optimizing it more for people who are subscribers or just skimming their subscription feed really quick, and the thumbnail and the title catches their attention. Even though it's not optimized perfectly for SEO, I'm going to get more watch time that way from those subscribers, and then hopefully that will help it better in search later. So
maybe in the process of your life on YouTube, at the beginning you have to optimize more on the keyword end and on the reach end, and then once you gather a tribe, then you move into the realm of the retention.
Yeah, that might make sense.